Hey folks, Ranger Dolly here. Hope this video finds everybody well. And today I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about aquatic ecosystems and what they are, why they're so important to us, and some things you guys can do to help preserve and protect aquatic ecosystems. So I wanted to first start off by explaining what an ecosystem is. An ecosystem is a community of organisms that live and interact in a particular type of environment. So an aquatic ecosystem, that environment would be, you guessed it, water. And the setting and the type of water, whether it be salt water or fresh water, is going to determine what types of plants and animals live there. So for example, in a freshwater lake, you're generally going to see different types of plants and animals that live there as compared to a saltwater river. And the major difference is one type of water has salt in it and the other does not. Now there are certain types of fish and plants that are adapted to living in both saltwater and freshwater environments. However, you're going to see, for the most part, different types of fish and plants that live there. So we have many different types of aquatic ecosystems around here. We have the ocean, we have saltwater rivers, we have freshwater rivers, we have ponds and lakes and streams, and we have wetlands. And I wanted to focus a little bit on wetlands today and tell you, kind of explain what a wetland is and why they're so important to us. So what is a wetland? Well, a wetland is an area of land that is wet. But a more official definition would be an area where water covers the soil for most of the year. Now it might dry up during periods of drought, but for the most part, when you go to a wetland, you're going to see water there. So why are wetlands so important to us? There are many reasons why. It provides habitat for fish and wildlife. It also improves our water quality. As water moves through wetland areas, a lot of impurities and sediment is filtered out by the time it goes back into streams and lakes, and some of it goes back into groundwater. Also, it provides area for floodwater storage. So after periods of hard rain, a lot of water ends up in these areas and is held there. And it helps prevent our neighborhoods and developed areas from getting flooded out. Also, wetland areas also provide us areas where we can recreate, we can canoe, we can go bird watching, we can just go out there and enjoy nature. So there's a lot of aesthetic reasons why wetlands are important to us. So let me shift back to just aquatic ecosystems in general and why they're so important. Well, a lot of freshwater aquatic ecosystems provide water for our use, for our drinking. Also water for agricultural use and industrial use. They also provide areas for transportation, recreation, of course, and food. So what are some threats to aquatic ecosystems? Well, the main threat I would say would be caused by agricultural and urban runoff. The use of pesticides and fertilizers that somehow end up back into aquatic ecosystems. Also, the introduction of exotic species is also a threat. Maybe a fish that didn't live in that type of ecosystem and that was introduced there and now is a prey to another fish that wasn't used to having any predators. So it disrupts the whole ecosystem. Also, overfishing, it can also be an issue, as well as coastal development. So what are some things you guys can do to help protect our aquatic ecosystems? I'm gonna run through 6 reasons you guys can do. The first thing you can do is clean up litter, plastics and all other trash. It's estimated that around 5 million tons of plastics enter the ocean every year. That's a lot of plastic. Also, use environmentally friendly pesticides if you're going to use pesticides, stuff that won't harm plants and animals. Also, limit your use of plastics in disposable and single-use products. Also, number 4, never release balloons. Now that might sound kind of funny to you guys, but during a lot of celebrations, people celebrate by releasing balloons in the air. Well, what goes up must come down. And a lot of times those balloons will come down into an aquatic area and might get eaten by a fish or, you know, get tangled up in wildlife. So don't ever release fleas. Also, limit the use of fertilizers on your yard. Don't over fertilize. Also, just conserve water. You know, for example, while you're brushing your teeth, turn the water off. Don't leave it running. So these are some things that you guys can do to help protect aquatic ecosystems. And I hope you guys have a great day and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.